Good morning and welcome. I'm Josephine Corcoran, holistic career coach and astrologer, and I'm coming to you with my weekly astrology for business to inspire purposeful living and leadership. And it's a very emotional day for me. It's been an incredibly powerful eclipse period, having had 3 in a row. And I know with all my heart that those of you who are tuning in are feeling this incredibly deeply. This eclipse season has really pushed along, given us a really quick nudge to move in the direction that we need to move into. Hi Sheena. Oh my goodness, Sheena, I'm going to cry seeing you watching this today. I'm up early because the kids are still asleep, and then we've got a day of school holidays activity together. And we had the full moon eclipse in Capricorn last night, and it is a very, very powerful eclipse for releasing, letting go, eliminating, and seriously releasing ourselves from patterns that we've inherited from our family of lineage, releasing ourselves from ways of being that we've thought that we've needed to be in order to do the right thing, releasing ourselves from the structures that no longer serve us, and bringing us into our feminine power, whether we're a man or whether we're a woman. And I'm really emotional for a bunch of reasons, but not least of which is that I'm wearing a scarf that I gave to my dad, who was a very beautiful Capricorn man with so much heart and so much inspiration, and inspired me and hundreds of people around him to hitch their wagons to a star and to live life that they truly feel is what they want to live. So my sister's been to stay in my home because we've been up in Byron Bay and we got back yesterday. And she brought back this scarf that I bought for Dad to wear when he started his treatment, having treatment for brain tumour. And I bought him a beanie because I figured he was going to lose his hair. And he wore this beanie for much of the time that he was not well. So I feel like I've got Dad with me today. And I've felt really compelled to come on this early today because this week's a very big week, and we're going to be feeling all week the wave, well, let me reframe that. Whenever we have a full moon, it's like a wave that has been building. The energy is growing and growing for 2 weeks from the new moon to the full moon phase. When we hit the full moon, it's like the wave reaching its peak. And for a couple of days while the moon is full, which it still is now, even though that we had the actual full moon yesterday afternoon, we still will feel the full moon energy for 2 days. And it's this force and it's this drive to put things out there and to go forth. And because it was so powerful with the lining up, being an eclipse, lining up with the nodes, there is a very strong call to action to truly align to our purpose and to what brings us meaning. And I know I've been saying this for the last few weeks, but it's really felt extremely powerful for me and a lot of my friends that I've been speaking to, particularly over this weekend, which is the culmination of the 3 eclipses in a row. And so this week I've wanted to come on early to let you know, to give you permission to go slowly, to use the week to allow these big energies to settle and to fully integrate through your body, and for you to sink into your intuition, to be still as much as you possibly can, and to really reach into the depths of your soul and ask yourself, what is it that it's time for me to transform into? What is it that I'm truly ready to let go of? What is it that I'm really inspired to move towards? how do I want to serve other people? How do I want to bring my heart and my soul to what I do with my work, with how I show up in the world, with how I am with my family, with how I am with my creativity? And one of my amazing, beautiful, dear best friends since university sent me a podcast on the weekend that was an interview with Glennon Doyle and Brene Brown talking about Glennon's book Untamed. And I have to say, I honestly encourage you to go out and just listen to it, because that podcast to me resonates in so many ways. The sorts of shifts and changes that are happening on an individual basis, and it's really spreading out from an individual basis into the collective as well. So that really inspired me and really moved me and got me thinking about a lot of things that are important to me. So today, what we're going to be having, if we get back to the actual energies that are happening up in the heavens, because they are reflected down here on Earth by how we feel, what we do have is that the moon's in Capricorn all day today, and it's going to be making a pass over all of the planets that are currently working together to deconstruct outdated patriarchal systems and to allow us to begin to reshape and restructure. So that's happening all day today. So that's going to feel pretty heavy and pretty intense. And you may also feel quite inspired to get constructive and start doing some things in your work and if you're in your everyday to get restructured somehow, not forgetting that we still have Mercury in retrograde up until the end of the week. So we're then also going to have the moon tomorrow is going to be going into the moon goes into Aquarius tonight at 8:08 p.m. So whenever we have the moon moving through Aquarius, it brings through a very strong networking energy, a strong desire to connect with others, to communicate with others, to get innovative and inspire us to think about new ways of being. So we will have that sort of Aquarian emotion within us, that inspiration and that big picture thinking and the greater collective thinking going on all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, until Thursday morning when it moves into Pisces. But I also wanted to share that as of Tuesday afternoon at 2:37 p.m. and all day Wednesday until early on Thursday morning, the moon will be void, of course. So therefore, for Tuesday afternoon from 2:37 and all day Wednesday, void of course moon. If you can, rest, go within, do things to self-nourish, to nurture. Don't go signing any important documents, don't go launching anything. This is definitely not the time to be doing anything that you want to last. Then what we're going to have is that the moon will move into much more sensitive and emotional Pisces, which is incredibly creative and intuitive and very spiritual. And that will be on Thursday morning at 4:12 a.m. So from Thursday and Friday, very beautiful days for dreaming, reimagining, rethinking things through in terms of how you'd like to create your new future as things on a cellular level are moving and shifting in your body. And then what we're going to have on Saturday, the moon will be void, of course, only for a short time from 1:48 to 3:05. And then moving into Aries by Saturday afternoon at 3:05 p.m. and then in Aries on Sunday. So Aries, remember, it's a fire sign. It wants to take action. So by the end of the week, it's very likely you're going to be thinking about what are some adjustments I need to be making, whether it's in my career, whether it's in my personal life, whether it's in my creativity, whether it's in my relationships, whether it's in my health. What are the adjustments that I need to make will feel very pronounced by the end of the week. There'll be some clarity that should start to come through. I did also want to remind you we are very much in retrograde season with so many planets retrograde. It's a very important time for us to be reviewing and revising anyway. Sorry, there's Ned, our dog's knocking the phone. And of course we have the Mercury retrograde season continuing this week. So that's travelling backwards. So all in all, a very powerful week for going within, restructuring, rethinking, very much about spending as much time as you possibly can, just working through what matters most to you, what brings you meaning. So from my heart to yours, and Sheena, I can't believe you're still watching. Bless you so much. You mean so much to me and to my beautiful family. And for those of you who will watch later in the day, I wanted to send you all my love and support, and a reminder that this is a very powerful time to be connecting with the essence of who you are, what brings you meaning. And that is my passion, supporting people to do that, to support them finding out what it is that's innate within them, what it is that brings them meaning, how can they translate that into something that they can do and earn a living from, to experience deep and profound meaning. So sending you so much love, and have a very gentle, caring week ahead. Bye for now.